the Japanese teacher Dogen, when asked to describe his practice, says, one continuous mistake. Which I kind of, I was curious about that. I wondered, well, what does it really, what are the characters that say that are translated one continuous mistake? And the closest I've come so far is a section that says, no mistake, no practice. Pretty concise. No mistake, no practice. So what is a mistake? What's getting it right? What's getting it wrong? Weaving, interweaving, not interweaving. Round and sharp at the same time. So he said, okay, I'll go to Queen Yuan. I think I'm saying his name right. When he arrived at Queen Yuan's place, and was there for a while, it was Queen Yuan who made the remark about having many two-horned cattle, but having just one unicorn will do, about him. And how Shirto's awakening with Queen Yuan happened because of a passage she read. But it was, again, a passage, and I'm thinking, oh, the sixth patriarch, he overheard a passage being chanted from the Diamond Sutra. This is a passage that opens up Shirto. The passage he read was, only those can be called holy who view the world in such a way that they see themselves in all things. Sounds pretty good. Only those can be called holy who view the world in such a way that they see themselves in all things. And he read that, and they said he pounded the table. and yelled out, only those are holy who have no selves, for everything is their self. So who can speak of you and me and one self and another's self? And that was his awakening. No self. All self. Interwoven, not interwoven. I want to try an activity. And I have pieces of paper that I'm going to ask you to pass around. If I don't. And there should be enough for everybody. Oh, water wins. Thank you. It's simple. It's a little kind of experiment, I guess. That I bumped into. So as you look at this sheet of paper, you'll see two forms, labeled A and B. And the question, which is Kiki and which is Booba? Okay? It's simple, right? Now, let's do it by a show of hands. How many people think Kiki is A? 3. How many think Kiki is B? Uh-huh. Thank you. How does that work? Huh?
I don't know, it seems honest.
Sorry?
It Pinky sharp and D is sharp.
Yeah, but the thing is, and this is called the Kiki Booba effect. It's a real thing. It was devised in 1920 by an American-German psychologist named Kohler. Right? He used different words, malumba instead of booba. I can't remember what the other one was. But it says something kind of profound about everything, I think. The psychologists are saying, well, this is how, this is profound about the way we learn language. They've done experiments with this, asked like this, showing people, and some people 2 or 3 or 4, and then everybody else is like that. True in 90 different languages. True for children as young as 2.5 months before language. Sesshin said, sharp, sharp, round, round. That is the nature of reality. And that's just why, that's how we know. So, you might just play around with this and notice what's sharp and what's round, and what's kind of roundish sharp and sharpish round. And, some people walk roundly and some people walk sharply. And it's not about good or bad, it's just appreciating, some birds hop and some walk. And it's like that. And my noticing, that kind of bird hops and that kind of bird walks. And I'm closer to it, more intimate with it, more interwoven with the birds and the trees and everything. So, I think that's it for me. We have a little bit of time if anybody had anything to ask or say. Chris?
When you're talking about the boat monk tipping over the boat and disappearing, and then how that would seem sharp.
I said sharp, yeah.
Yeah, you said sharp. I thought it was like the bell, which was at first sharp, and then it got round.
Oh, nice.
And a lot of things are like that are first sharp and then they become round. Like things, the way things feel.
Yeah.
Like,
you mean like sensations?
Study. You got the sharp, and then it was round. You said, oh, it's like Kiki Boo Boo.
It's just a kind of lens to look at the world through. We're always looking at it through some kind of a lens. And look, how about this lens? Appreciating that. Yeah. Well, actually, thank you, Chris. I was thinking about when losing a loved one and how sharp that feels. And how in the midst of the sharpness of the pain, there's that being enveloped in the love that is there, or I wouldn't feel the sharpness. Yeah.
Is this a little bit like seeing with your ears, hearing with your eyes?
Oh yeah, that was part of my talk, wasn't it? I can get to that. Yun Yan, who studied with Dao Wu and the boat monk under Yao Shan, had a student named Dong Shan, who wondered about if insentient beings can teach the Dharma. Insentient beings would be like trees, plastic chairs. And this is a question that just really got to him. And when he came to some sort of intimacy with that question, he composed something that speaks to that. How marvelous, he said, The Dharma expounded by non-sentient beings is inconceivable. Listening with your ears, no sound. Hearing with your eyes, you directly understand. And yeah, actually, this Kiki Buba thing is used a lot in research about synesthesia, and the way that actually blind people are learning to see with their ears. And it's not because they hear things, but it's, it's scientific thing. And actually, it's not that interesting other than like, yeah, well, Joshon back in the 8th century said, yes, science is catching up with ancient wisdom. But yes, it is about that, very much. And how that opens up, like, this is sight and hearing, isn't it? So we can see, you can hear with your eyes, you can see with your ears, you can touch with your nose, sense, taste, all of that, interwoven and not interwoven. And it keeps on going, that weaving.